I was watching this TikTok. This guy was saying that he used to be so upset that everybody thought he was gay. And that, of course, he said that he used to have thoughts about it, but then he realized, no, that's not him. People want to claim it's a phase sometimes, and now he's just a straight man that wants to be viewed as straight, and he doesn't care what anybody thinks now, yet he's making a TikTok video about it. It just brought up some thoughts that I've been having. First of all, if a man has to make a video about him being heterosexual, then he probably... And also, it's like sexuality itself is fluid. And for some reason, society has just not evolved enough to understand that concept. And that we put so many labels on people that if a man, per se, has an attraction for other men that may not even be as strong as the attraction he has for women, all of a sudden he's put in a box of gay. Because as we know, let's be real, bisexual doesn't really exist in this society, in terms of people accepting that you like both. Because in America, from my perspective, people see you as being gay if you're bisexual. And then even bisexual, it's like people are not 50-50, right? Even when it comes to DNA, if you're half white, if you're half black, a lot of people don't know that a lot of times you're not even half and half. Sometimes you can get more of the black genes and you're like 55% black and the other is white. And that goes for the majority of so-called mixed people. And that correlates into what I'm talking about with sexuality. Nobody is 100% anything. And I, of course, am one of these gay men. And I found out years ago that I'm not 100% gay. And that's fine. But, it's not like it's 50-50 for me. It's more so like maybe I have 10% of me. I think it's about 10% that is not completely gay. And sadly, the women who are seeking men, if a man were to be honest with them at the dinner table on a date and be like, you know what, I am strongly into women, but I do have an attraction for men. But if I'm dating you, I'll be focused on you completely. And, she'll just immediately brush him aside and tell her girlfriends, oh, child, I met this guy. He was gay. He told me he used to sleep with men and all. And it's just like, when are we going to, as a society, and especially, and this is really a challenge for women as well. I know a lot, and that's fine. That's your prerogative if you don't want to date a man who is honest and who has admitted to, being fluid with his sexuality. It's bad to be down low, right? I'm not talking about down low men. That is ridiculous. You need to just be honest with people. How we expect for men to be open to women or open to anybody about who they are with their sexuality, whether it be, I'm 75% straight, with the other side of me, just likes it when a man cuddles with me. And there's levels to sexuality as well. Like somebody can be majority straight, but then there's a part of them that doesn't have a sexual attraction for other men, but they have an intimate attraction for other men. They have an emotional attraction to men. A lot of men have that, and they just don't want to just read the writing on the wall. It's like, dude, you could actually be in a relationship with another man if you were really true to yourself, but it wouldn't be sexual. As a gay man, I walk into rooms and I'm always just the gay man. And it's been like that since I was an adolescent, because it was pretty obvious back then because I was flailing my arms out all over the place. But it's annoying, and no straight man will ever understand what it's like to exist and people typecast you and only see you as that gay person. And it's hard for straight guys and gay men to be friends for the most part, because the straight guy has to remind people and the friend that he's straight 25,000 times a day, because he feels insecure, because he's got this guy that's his friend that he really gets along with and has a good wavelength and they share a lot of interests. But all of a sudden he has to explain himself to people because, oh my God, you're friends with a gay guy. And it's just society as a whole. It needs to get their heads out of the sand. Nobody is going to really be able to admit and be comfortable with who they are, which we all are very complex when it comes to sexuality, when it comes to all levels of who we are. No one is going to be comfortable with anything if we demonize, or we not even demonize, but we throw people out into the deep end of the pool and say that you are gay because you like to cuddle with men or you like to do this and that. Actions do not equate to a sexuality. A lot of people have not evolved as far as understanding that someone can do the fellatio with another man and he still not be, like me. Like, he has more attraction to women, but he likes that from a man. That is the extent to which he goes in that direction. And that is just hard that would be very difficult for his girlfriend, his love interest, who is a woman, to understand, and she probably won't. But there are outliers. There are people that have, different relationships. Not everybody can be monogamous, but that's a whole nother video. And I don't think everybody needs to be forced into these idealisms of just having like a monogamous relationship with the opposite sex or the same sex. Like, I can be I enjoy emotional relationships with women. I enjoy the fellatio from a woman. It's like, it doesn't have to be a man. It's like, if still for me, it's fine for me. But that doesn't mean that I'm all of a sudden bisexual, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I'm tired of people.